Hello and welcome again to another one of Mr. Francois' Fabulous Physics videos. Today we're going to be going quickly over how to solve for a variable, a very basic idea that is spread across the entirety of physics. You can't prove anything in physics without being able to use the language of math. So let's jump right into this. So, for what we use to guide how we solve things and simplify things is that of PEMDAS. It may be GEMS now, but I learned it on PEMDAS, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. Now, what is PEMDAS? PEMDAS is an acronym for an order of operations, and that is what you have to do in order to simplify things. So we have parentheses, exponents, standing for the P and the E. The M and the D and the A and the S stand for multiplication, division, which is on the same level, and addition and subtraction, which is on the next level. So the way that we were taught this is that you go down PEMDAS in order to simplify anything. So you would resolve anything that's in parentheses first, then proceed to exponents, then multiplication, division, then addition, subtraction. However, and this is not often reinforced, I find, is that PEMDAS is also reversible, and it's reversible and specifically used for reversing when you are trying to solve for something. So we proceed from addition and subtraction up to parentheses and then repeat itself if needed in order to solve for a variable that is surrounded inside of an equation. So let's jump right into a practice for this. So one of the formulas that you may come across in physics is that of this equation, which is x is equal to 1/2 at squared plus x naught. Now this is an equation actually for free falling from a height. Uh, so let's say we want to solve for the time that we would end up at a specific height. So we're going to solve for t. So the first thing that we have to do is we consult PEMDAS, and PEMDAS says start with addition and subtraction. So where is there something that is adding or subtracting to the term that has our variable? The term that has our variable is this one right here where we have the t that's being squared and everything else. The thing that's being added or subtracted onto it is this plus x naught. So what we're going to do is we take that out and we do the exact opposite operation in order to get rid of it. So the exact opposite of addition is subtraction. So we subtract it to each side. Now that we subtracted to each side, the reason why we did this is because of the fact that over here on the right side, this x naught that's being added and the x naught that is being subtracted will end up canceling out. And that's the whole point. We want to deplete everything from this right-hand side so that we can get t by itself. So what does this give us when we deplete this out? Well, it leaves us with this. X minus x naught equals 1/2 at squared. Now, if we have this, we've gotten rid of anything that's adding or subtracting. So of course, we have to then go up to the next level of PEMDAS, which is multiplication division. So we take a look at this and we go, is there anything that's multiplying or dividing by the thing that has the t? And the thing that has the t is right here. And so we look over here and we see, oh yeah, this 1/2 and the a are being multiplied onto the thing that has the t. So, of course, we take a look at the 1/2 a and we go, okay, well, how do we get rid of it? It is multiplying by the t squared. So, of course, we have to do the exact opposite. That would be dividing by it. Now, when we divide by it, of course, just like last time, our goal is so that we can get rid of that 1/2 a, and we do that by dividing, so they will end up canceling out. Now, I know this isn't proper according to a standard way of math looking at things. You're not supposed to have, according to the standard model, a fraction within a fraction, but we're going to ignore that for right now because for most of physics, we're not looking at creating the equation, we're looking at solving it out and getting a value for it. So we're going to do that right there. And that would leave us with the following, x minus x naught over 1/2 a, and that leaves us with just the t squared on the other side. So there's no more multiplication or division to be had on the side that has the variable that we want. So we go up to the next level of PEMDAS, which is the exponent. And of course, there is an exponent that's squared right there. So we have to get rid of it. Well, how do we get rid of a square? Well, it's with the exact opposite function. The opposite of a square is a square root. So we square root both sides. And we see that now we've got these two right here. Those will end up canceling out with each other. And that would leave us with this. The square root of x minus x naught over 1/2 a, all of inside of that square root, is equal to t. Now, this is the point at which we have to add in a little bit of knowledge, because square and square root doesn't actually fully cancel out with each other because of the fact that it was square rooting a square. The what could end up happening is the fact that you could end up, if the answer was 3, you could end up with a -3 if you squared it, right? So that means that anytime you have to apply a square root while solving for something, it's only while solving, not simplifying, while solving for something, you have to put on this plus or minus there. Now, there are a couple little extraneous rules, but we are done with this particular problem. The one little thing that you may want to take note of is the fact that if there was a fraction and our variable was on the bottom of a fraction, we'd want to multiply it to get it up off of the bottom of the fraction first before we engage in PEMDAS. So that has been your very quick run through and practice problem for how to solve and rearrange a variable. I will see you in class. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.